Hello and welcome back to Nasty Nate Plant Exterminator and the Farm of Doom. And
Why Daddy called that?
I'm over here. This is the nursery. This is where we set up the nursery this year. This was a much better spot than up at the top of the hill. It's already got some protection from some bamboo over here. And it's down a little bit from wind and also some sun protection, and it just retains the moisture a little bit better down here. They do better. But we're planting some cacao today. We did make a trip to Davao. We picked up 350 cacao seedlings, and now those are being planted. We've got some sticks here right behind the nursery going up. This is a 6-meter space in between the bananas. And they're actually 6 meters apart from there going up. There's some sticks, if you can, it might be hard to see, but they're there. And that's where those are getting planted. And it's actually going back this way across the hill, and then on some bananas over there on that hill going back across as well. And that's where that's. And while I'm down here next to the nursery, it just so happens this is where we have some mangosteen. Actually on the little creek that runs over there, I basically put the two rows of mangosteen over here all the way along the creek. And when it gets behind some of the bamboo, I cut it down to one. But and then there was one section where we had some leftover mangosteen, so I actually added 3 rows. And that's one of them there. It's a very slow growing tree. And they say to keep it in the nursery and for at least 2 years before you plant it out in the field. So. And then here's another one of those mangosteen here. That was one of the cacao that had died. And then this mangosteen may be the biggest one of them all over here. And typically the mangosteen that are behind the bamboo they're the best. They're real susceptible to the heat and the weed spray. But the leaves get sunburned very easily. They like a nice, real shady, moist environment. One of my favorite fruits, and hadn't had it until I had gotten here. Now in here, I had some macadamia seeds, and they're probably 3 years old. And I tried, but I wanted to try and plant them, see if anything came up with that. I don't think any of those are going to come up, but I had also gotten a couple peely nut seeds. I wanted to try those, and we had found a peanut tree that had some seeds, so I've got some of those, and we'll see if any of those come up. I would love for macadamia to come up. That would make my day. But what have I got over here? Oh, these are some rambutan. We also planted some more rambutan. These are a couple of the leftovers on that. They are grafted. They're grafted maharlika. And these are some mangosteen. Some of the mangosteen that we had didn't survive, so I had gotten some extra, but apparently most of them did survive. Because I think we only planted 2 of these. So now I have some extra mangosteen, but I love mangosteen, and I'll plant them. I'll find a place for them. And some of these other mangosteen may not survive either. And while we were in Davao, I also picked up some more calamansi seedlings, which most of those were still alive. So I only had a couple replants on that, so I've still got some extra here in the nursery. I have to find a place for those. This is a Myers American lemon. This is a red tambus, the one next to it. This one here. And these three little ones here are king mandarin, which are like an orange. But hey, psst, hey, that's Booger. Booger's messing with the dwarf coconut there, so. Yeah. That's Booger. She's a good girl. But anyway, let's see. I've got these. What did I say? I said something about the king mandarin. These are actually, these three are not king mandarin. I just made a mistake. Those are pomelo. Those three are pomelo. I've got 5 king mandarin over here. And these are the king mandarin right here. And this one is a Bangkok santal. And what makes it different than the regular santal, we have a couple santal trees, and I like the santal fruit. Very sour. I made a video on it before. It's like a candy, like a warhead candy. It's very tart, very sour. Except it's about the size of a small baseball. And as well, the Bangkok santal is about the size of it would be a large softball. So. And I got over here, this is a green attis, and this is a purple attis, which I believe are also called like a custard apple, which I don't even know. I have never even tried those, so I don't even know what those taste like. I do have this one, and I did try one of these. It's supposed to be from Thailand. They're called abiyus. Is what they were calling them. They may go by another name. I did try the fruit in that. That was tasty. Tasted to me like a cross between a pear and an apple. It was very juicy, but it was just interesting. Interesting texture, and I liked it, so I grabbed a couple. Let's see. And while I'm over here, since we planted those cacao, I'm just going to walk around and show where some of those cacao are. And we planted some I want to say about 175 cacao last year. And we planted it late in the season. Have issues with the COVID. We didn't get them from Davao. We had somebody locally here with some UF18 cacao, so we picked up what they had there. They weren't in the best shape when we got them, and I didn't plant them in the best place either. And there goes the durian. On this side of the creek, I did 2 rows of the durian. That's one of them there. And I like to see this too, because this was a pineapple plantation by Del Monte. I do have some pineapples come up here that I get my hands on them here and there, which is good. There goes another durian. Those are puyat. They were grafted as well. But while I'm walking over here, this is the cacao going up here. This would be a 6-meter space. And then at the top of this, I have 2 rows of lanzones that run across the top of it, because there's a road that runs down the middle top of that hill up there. And so there's 2 rows of lanzones up there on this side of the road. On the other side, 2 rows of rambutan. And but this 6-meter row here, I've got the cacao coming down. And we did replants, but it looks like we missed a replant here because the stick was gone. There's several places like that. I need to come back and get those in. This one has, they're tough to see. I can walk up there, and I do all the time. It's just if I do it right now, it's going to be all jumbly because of the video is terrible. So bunch of cacao going up here, but then you can also see that we have a lot more blue bags, and this isn't like the heavy producer area even for the bananas, but look, we've got significantly more bananas going on here. And I think you're looking at this, you'd be like, oh my goodness, you must be rich, you have a huge banana plantation. I'm not even covering costs. I'm not even close to covering costs right now. So I don't know how that's gonna work out for us, but we're just trying to make it work. And sigatoka, this black sigatoka, you see it on the leaves, and you see it on them because on the blue bags we don't want to prune those leaves, because then it's not going to have any leaves for the bunch. So it sucks that those brown leaves, but it's heavy with the black sigatoka here. That would be a video in itself. But here's some of the cacao in the row going up there. That is a separate video I'll do with just black sigatoka. But we've got some areas that aren't even producing yet that are going to be very, very good. But we're just having a hard time having a buyer that'll come out here because the road in is a little rough. We've gone to the barangays and tried to see about a road. We were told that, oh yeah, they're going to pave this year, but now, I mean, nothing's happened this year on it. But there's potential here. It's just a matter of getting some things to click on it. So, but that's what we're going on. That was the planting. I'm going to go ahead and do a video too on the new planting that I had just done right before this. But I was over here, just wanted to check out the nursery and show the cacao. I'll go ahead and end her there. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.